Pop girlies, we're making observations.
Where from?
I'm in a room and oh, it's
You're
crowded.
standing alone in a crowded room?
And we're not speaking
No.
because I'm in the
Is
corner
it killing you?
watching you kiss. Oh, now, well, I picked a different song now.
Oh, sure.
But
Sure.
yes, it is. Is it? Are you? I am dying to know that it's killing you like it's killing me. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Yeah.
to say. Just twist of fate.
Okay.
We're
Okay.
done.
Work.
Hello, pop girlies.
Hello, Pop Girlies Nation. We are here today. And it's just Levi and I. It's just family today. But
The
that's what they
implication
say
that
on
Maria's not family.
No, Maria's family. I was just saying that because that's on Drag Race. That's what RuPaul says when it's just Ross or Carson and
Well,
not like a guest judge.
girl, Maria's not a guest judge.
I don't know why I said that,
Maria's
but
gonna listen to this and be like, "What the fuck,
she's gonna text us. So I guess since I'm a woman, we're not family.
uh, girl? You're being see." Well, anyways, Maria's
Anyway,
not here.
Maria's not here. She'll be back next week, but she just had some family stuff. So but we're sending her love,
We love you, Maria
and
Nation.
yeah, we love you, Maria Nation, and you're more than family.
You're everything.
Yeah. You're more than family because you're a heart girl.
You are beautiful. Well, also, if you remember from last week, this is,
Oh yeah.
or if you've looked at a calendar and if you've been smelling all that salt air,
Do you taste the
that
salt air?
rust on your door, it is August, or on Pop Girlies Nation.
August. Wait, can I say a funny little story?
Okay.
In the Pop Girlies group chat, we were texting about like we can taste the salt air. And Levi texted because Levi just recently moved, and Levi was like, there's so much rust on my door, I couldn't get out. And I did not compute that it was like an August reference, and I was like, where the fuck did he move? Like, what?
No, I'm in a very nice building. There's only metaphorical rust, but the metaphorical rust is
It's
I can't get out
rusting,
of it.
girl.
It's rusted. So if you remember from last week where we announced the end of the episode, we are stealing from Tyler Oakley's book, but we're doing it bigger, better, be more beautiful than him ever did. We're having guests on every episode this month for our guests. So we have invited true Pop Girlies warriors, true Pop Girlies OGs and fans, friends of the pod to come in. They're picking their album, they're getting the
Yes.
spiel, they're letting us in on their musical world. And we are starting with self-proclaimed and Levi proclaimed number one fan of Pop Girly, somebody who gives it more advertising than I do. I sometimes try to like downplay being a white man with a podcast, and so like I like don't bring it up in social settings, but I have been with this person so many times, and he has advocated for Pop Girlies. He sends me his reviews every single week. He's one of my best friends. He's a great person. He's crazy, and I'm so excited to
He's
welcome.
crazy.
Well, which is a requisite for to be in Pop Girlies Nation. Girl,
You
you're
kind of, yeah.
the psych evaluation
Well, Pop Girlies
order.
Nation isn't crazy, but Pop Girlies Warriors are crazy.
That's true.
There's a
Oh,
difference.
that's true. You're totally right. And you're
And you're
right.
right about that.
Well, let's get him off of mute and everybody give a warm Pop Girlies welcome to our very first guest, Alex Oishi. Woo!
Woo!
Hello, pop girlies.
Oh my God, this is so
This
crazy.
is so crazy. I feel like we're
Oh,
like interviewing you.
I know. I'm so excited to be here. This is the first podcast I've been on, so I feel like an important
Whoa.
this is an important one to be my first.
well, it is
Oh,
important. It's
well, thank
historically
God.
important. It's culturally relevant. There's going to be the Library of Congress. It's everything.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Plaque in Pop Girly Stadium.
Yeah,
Yes.
you'll get a seat in
Yes,
Pop
you'll get a
Girlies
seat. You'll get
Stadium.
a
Like
seat.
your name will be on it. Yeah.
Yes, you'll get a seat, and you
Okay.
get to pick the color.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. It'll be pop girlies pink.
Oh, whoa. I was literally just about to ask what color.
Yeah,
Well,
well, I got the merch sitting on my desk every day. I look at it.
oh my God, have we ever
Oh,
talked about the merch on
yeah.
the show?
I don't think we
I
have.
don't think we have either. So my mom is crazy, and like we were like, I don't even know if we were 10 episodes in, and she goes, Levi, I've got new merch. And she got us mugs and stickers and then Christmas ornaments.
And it was after
It
Christmas.
was after Christmas. We're releasing everything.
So
Yeah.
next year, girl,
Next year on
we're
the tree.
celebrating.
Because Alex, what do you have? You have a mug, don't you?
I have a mug and stickers,
You have
but
a
yeah.
mug and
The
stickers.
stickers are my faves.
I have so many
Hmm.
stickers. I have like hundreds of stickers. I always forget to give them away to people. I should start giving them
And I
away.
remember she gave us the merch at Maria's dance recital.
Oh
Do you
my
remember
God,
that?
yes. We went to Maria's dance recital and we watched.
Oh,
And
that's incredible.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, she's crazy.
Amazing.
It was kind of
Well,
like a pop girlies meet and greet.
we're gonna get started because
Yeah.
we have some observations to discuss, don't we, Alex?
Yes, we do.
But first,
Sizzle! We got some hot
Hot
track.
tracks.
Okay, so since you're the guest, Alex,
yeah, you can go first.
what have you been listening?
Okay. So this has been really hard. But I've kind of had the same two hot tracks for the last few weeks. And it was actually one mentioned on the pod last week, and I have not stopped listening to it.
Wait, so we
And
can't repeat.
well, no, no, no. Someone talked about it, but then it was not the song.
Oh shit. Okay, okay.
It was mentioned, but it wasn't a song.
What the hell did we
Oh,
talk about?
what did we say?
And if I am wrong, then someone can correct me. But I
Well,
think
then
someone
you'll
thought it
be
was going to
immediately
be.
booted from the Zoom call, and I'm blocking
Yeah.
you on every social.
I'm gonna cry. I'll jump out my window. Oh,
Girl, bon voyage.
Well, you don't listen to the Pop Girlies Hot Tracks playlist all the time.
okay.
Wait,
Anyways, I'll
Alex,
say
no.
my.
So is he a warrior?
Wait, no, because every single party that Alex throws, I'm always he always lets me pick Ox. Next time, I'm just gonna do the Pop Girlies Hot Tracks
Oh,
playlist.
perfect. Well, that's good.
I think
Um,
we are the only people that listen to it. But like that's fine.
That's okay. Okay, but please continue.
Yeah.
okay. So I believe it was not a hot track, but my hot track is gonna be Vodka Cranberry by Conan Gray,
So
Yeah, not a
good.
hot
which
track.
was
Not a hot
not a
track.
hot track, but I think Levi thought it was gonna be Drew's.
Yes.
Um, I wasn't getting it when it first came. Well, I got it, but then I've been really getting it, and I can't stop listening to it. It just is
Yeah.
like infectious,
You dip the
I,
vodka in the cranberry.
and yeah,
And it's just good.
It's
it's
just
just good.
good.
Alex, did you like this song, which was his first song from Wishbone?
I can't recall if I do know that song.
Oh, well, you must listen to this song.
Okay.
This song is
Um,
better, according to Levi and I. So basically, it's better.
okay. Well,
Vodka Cranberry is great, though. Vodka
Great.
Cranberry is great.
yes,
This song, though, is like
it's
this.
good.
It's like
Whoa.
what's that song? That's what it should be.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, that's
It's
my
that.
hot track.
That's a great hot track.
But that's a great hot track. Do you
Thank
I
like
you.
Conan?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that.
Do I? I think he's like good.
Yeah. Okay. Work. He's
Yeah,
one of
no,
my faves. That's why I asked that.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
Levi's faves, obviously.
Actually, I gave Super 8 a really high score. I think Super 8 was like a 9.1 for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
Super egg.
So, I was going through all my Pop Girlies scores, um, this in preparation to kind of get a gist for where I've been scoring things. For the
Yeah.
Pop Girlies fans, I send Levi and sometimes the whole group my top three me and score every single week, mostly. And so I have a record on my phone. I have a notes app that is just all
Oh
of my
my
Pop
God.
Girlies scores. Yeah,
You
it's
do pretty
crazy.
much. I can't think of
Yeah.
one time. Was it the Sufjan Stevens that you were late on? I don't know if you ever sent me one.
I just
No, I
saw
didn't.
1433.
I probably didn't share that one with the group.
No, I think no, so actually I was gonna talk about this, but this is a good time. So Alex Oishi's famous for like publicly shaming my me's and Holy Trinities. The most famous time being at Levi's play.
What did I say?
Because that was Tortured Poets week,
I
wasn't it?
think it was like every me that I had mentioned, I had been like
What's bad?
publicly scorned at Levi's play by
Very
Well,
funny. Very
Queen
good.
Oishi.
I just no comment, frankly. I just have opinions and the people need to know them.
You don't make
So
the
it's
rules.
just it's like
We don't make the
yeah, it's just
rules.
like It's just like you got to choose good songs for me or bad songs. So,
Interesting concept.
So
yeah,
Wow, I
crazy.
never thought about that before. Choose the bad
thank you.
songs.
Yep.
Oh my God, you're a philosopher.
Oh,
Yep. Thank
so
you.
good.
And with that, I'll pass it to Levi.
Oh, now he's running it.
Yeah, he's gonna change the Zoom code and he's gonna take
I
over.
almost gave a second hot track, but then I was like, nope, I can't fully
Well,
take
that
over.
you would Levi would kick you off.
Yeah. Well, you'd
Okay.
be excommunicated from the
Yeah.
event. Um,
And your seat would be burned in the pub release stadium.
so I mean, it might be cliche, but I just have to do it. I mean, it's August. Like it's August. Like
Oh,
salt is in the air,
Oh,
the
I didn't
on
think you
the
were going to say
floor.
that,
What do you
actually.
think?
yeah, I
Wait,
didn't
what do
think
you
you were
think I
gonna
was
say that.
gonna say?
I thought you were gonna say the subway.
I thought you were going to too.
Oh, see, that was very, very close. I was very, very close doing the subway because I love the Are you doing the subway?
Oh,
Are you
what?
are you doing the subway?
No, no, no.
Okay.
I thought for sure you were going to do the
Well, I do
subways.
love the subway. I love the subway. You know, the giver gave for me in a way, but it wasn't, you know, it was the
She
giver
got away.
movie. It wasn't the giver book, if you know what I mean. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
it, it it's the subway. Like the subway is everything. It's like that like dream pop sound that I love so much. She sounds amazing on it. The songwriting is so good. It's classic Chapel. I want it to go number one so badly. Um, it's amazing. But I
It's
like
August.
I would be, I think, committing blasphemy against my culture and heritage if I didn't pick August for the first episode of August, the first time that Pop Girlies had an episode. This is the first Pop Girlies August ever. Like, how can
Hmm.
you not celebrate meeting you behind the mall? How can you not celebrate canceling plans just in case you'd call? How can you not celebrate
Oh,
for the hope of it all? That's what you have to do. That's what you have to do in August. So we're here to do that.
Well,
And with
yes.
that, I
well,
pass the
yes.
floor to Drew.
Um, okay, Slay. So for mine I was having trouble because I in the last week have seen two of my faves live. So I saw Gracie Abrams at Lollapalooza on Thursday, and then I saw Katie on Sunday night,
With Queen
where
Maria. With
with
Maria.
Queen Maria, obviously.
Hmm.
Um, so I was having a hard time if I wanted to choose one of them. And I'm gonna do which I don't think we've done before. I want to do Close to You for my hot track.
We
I don't
haven't
think
done
we've done it. Yeah.
such a good song.
Um, yeah. I mean, and it was so cool because at the Lala show, if you didn't see, she brought out Robin and they did a little Close to You Dancing on My Own mashup, which was like insane. I
Honestly,
loved it.
Drew, do you know it probably would have been second place for me instead of the subway? Because I love the subway, but do you want to know what I've been thinking?
I
And
told you things.
well, no, I mean you've done this, so I couldn't do it, but Death Wish.
Oh,
Oh,
Do you know that song, Alex?
yeah, but why?
I don't know. I love
Just
the
cause?
music.
I wasn't sure if like
it's
she
so
performed that
good.
like
No, no,
specifically
no,
at
no.
Lala. Oh, oh,
I just was like, I kind of need a Gracie moment this week. And
oh, yeah,
I think it's like some of her best writing ever.
She's everything on that.
yeah.
We're very
Or also her vocals are have gotten so much better
well,
live. Like
she's always
Lala, she
been Celine
sounded so good.
Dion. Let's be clear about that.
She's always been Whitney Houston.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, I have to read Pop Girlies the text that you sent the other day.
Me?
No, me. I sent a crazy text yesterday. Um,
Oh, well, we can agree to disagree, but it's okay.
Have you seen her
have you seen her
live?
live?
Yes, several times. I
Oh,
saw her
That
at
was my
Lincoln
sixth
Hall.
time. Oh,
I
Lincoln
saw her at Lincoln
Hall.
Hall, like second row, Lala After Show
Oh,
2022. Right there. And not that she was bad, I just think she's improved so
I mean,
much.
that's fair. That's fair. I think my thing is, I mean, I love that kind of vocal performance. I've always loved like somebody who has a lot of character and very emotional. But when I saw her live for the first time, I saw her live. Drew, was it?
we went to the Good Riddance tour. So it
Yeah, yeah. So it's
was
House of Blues
February of
of 23.
23, I think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the first time I saw her live, and I was like, "Whoa, my God, she's literally a
She's so much better
like
live.
she's like
Yeah.
belting in ways that like she never does." And I think I
Mm.
agree with you, Alex, that like I think she's gotten more confident as a performer. Um, but no, we like Drew and I, we always say like she literally is like,
So I get this text. We're talking about the Gracie set from Lala, and I sent Levi Death Wish live. And Levi says, God, she's literally Whitney Houston live. The thing about Gracie is she has the songwriting of Joni Mitchell, the vocals of Aretha Franklin, the performance skills of Beyonce, and the cultural impact of Taylor.
quoting Nicki
And were
Minaj,
you
did
wrong?
I lie? Did I
No.
lie? Did I fucking lie?
No, you didn't.
We're very pro Gracie here.
Oh yeah, this is a pro Gracie
Yeah,
podcast.
I
I
yeah.
think Alex forgot the secret of us. I
No,
think
no, no, no.
Alex.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if yeah.
In the sense that you know
Aretha.
what I mean. Like
Aretha though. That is, a thought for sure.
well, I'm being
Well,
100% serious too, as you know.
yeah.
Satire, 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 satire.
Satire.
Did Drew even say it's hot?
Yeah.
Girl, close to
What
you.
was it?
Close to
Oh,
you.
wait.
Also, me and Levi have the funniest joke about that song, about how close to you is what woke Lord up to write Virgin.
Because
Now what does that mean?
well, because close to you is a Lord song. If you
It's
really like
literally a
listen to
Lord
it,
song.
it's like Gracie doing a Lord song. It's like it like would bang on melodrama. For the
Oh,
Pop
I
Girls
could see that.
listeners, Alex Oishi just started like lip syncing it in his head, and it was funny.
Pull the trigger off the
On the
gun.
gun. She literally sounds like
She's
Lord on
never
that
just like
part.
she also there's
Man,
a lot of moments in Good Riddance where she sounds like Lord to me too.
Yes.
I think it's
I
this
can
is
see
what the
that.
drugs are for that I think she sounds.
Oh,
Is that the
Mm.
one that she sounds such like
look how I just lost a
no, there's
friend.
a line when she's like in the kitchen. No, so it's not this what the drugs are for. It's I should hate you, I think. Um
Oh, uh, last night I spiraled alone in the
yes, she sounds
kitchen.
just like Lord in that part.
Yes, she does. Making
Making
pretend that the
pretend that
furniture
furniture
listened.
listen
Ugh.
is so Lord. And so we always say that close to you was like, because Lord was in her solar power gig. And so we always say that like that's what made her be like, whoa, I need to make music again. Like this hoe is kind of
Woke her up.
and it did, it worked. So everybody say thank you, Gracie Abrams, for the best album of 2025 so far.
Yeah.
In the Levi Nation book.
Oh,
It's my favorite album of the year so far. I mean, I don't
oh,
think that's a
I
gap.
mean, same.
I mean, we both gave it tens immediately. You gave it a super high score too, Alex.
the Gracie up?
No, girl,
No.
keep
No
Oh,
up.
Gracie this year, girl.
The Virgin.
oh, yes, yes, yes. Virgin is top two for me for sure.
What's your number one?
Well, what's one?
Um, which it was the other contender, Pop Girlies. Just so the Pop Girlies know, choosing which album to do today was Levi can attest to this. I've been thinking about this. How long? Since before the
Long,
podcast started.
How
long.
Literally.
long?
Um, and I don't know if I really made the right decision, but like because there was so many options, but one of them was my other top album of the year, which was Jensen McCrae's debut or not debut album, her second album.
Oh, so
Now
great.
I don't
Is
even know the title
she
of it.
Tate related?
No, no,
Oh,
not of relation to Tate McRae. Girl, I
oh,
sent you her. This is remember when Alex and I went to the concert and I sent you her singing Thinking of You,
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
praying for
Yeah,
your downfall. That's
that album
yeah,
is
it's
Alex
great.
bait to the
It is
max.
very Alex Bay. It's very Alex Bay. And you
Yeah.
want to, Alex, I don't know if I told you this. My friend Irene, who might come up later in the podcast, she got into Jensen because I told her that I went to that concert and she listened to the album. She loved it. She literally sent me
Oh,
novelty today.
yes, that oh god, that song. Yeah, so Pop Girlies plug, she was one of my tops of the year, so she probably would get a high score too, but
I think it's fun though
I do
that you're
love Jensen.
picking. I mean, it would have been the same with Jensen, but I think it's fun that you're picking an artist that the three of us, me, Maria, and Drew, were not familiar with. Um,
Yeah, not at
Yeah,
all.
and I
I
guess
think
that
that's
this is
why
kind
I
of a
went.
good segue.
Yeah.
Okay, Alex,
Okay.
do you want to take it away?
Yeah. So as I said, it was a very hard time deciding which album to go with. I thought a lot about this, and I decided on an artist and an album, a person who has had a lot of significance through the last, I would say, a good 5 years of my life. Um, in my musical interest in general life, and also an album that has stuck with me a lot. It was my top two albums last year were this album and Brat, which I know was already on the pod. So um, I went with this album, which is going to be Observations from a Crowded Room by Joy Oladokun. So before we get into the album itself, I'm going to do a bit of an overview of Joy because I'm assuming had either of you guys like I know Levi probably because I mentioned, but like Drew, had you even heard of Joy?
No.
I had heard
Oh,
of her
really?
before I knew that you liked her. But I just like seen the name in passing. I
Yeah.
didn't know what she sounded like. I was
Oh,
honestly
really?
surprised by what her voice, it wasn't what I was thinking her voice would sound like.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so they're an artist I've been listening to for a while, but I'll do a brief intro kind of this about them and the album itself. So Joy Oladokun was born in 1992 in Casa Grande, Arizona, and she is the child of Nigerian immigrant parents. She grew up in a predominantly white, small rural farming town in Arizona, and often talks about feeling really out of place growing up, which is a theme a lot central to her writing later on. She grew up with a mix of her father's gospel hymns and her mother's country and folk records that were present all throughout her childhood. Another source of imagery throughout her music is her upbringing in the church. So she grew up deeply involved in the church, and that was a place of both community and creative outlet for her. So she noted once in an interview that she, at 10 years old, saw Tracy Chapman perform on TV, which deeply inspired her to save up for her first guitar and spend countless hours learning guitar for choir rehearsal. And that became a community for her growing up. And her identity as like a Nigerian American, a child of the church, and also really importantly as a queer person would fuel a lot of her work. So she began songwriting in high school, talking about the tensions between her faith that was really prominent in her life and also the truth of her identity as a queer person, about loneliness of feeling different, and about adulthood as she was navigating the early parts of her career and deciding to leave the like the capital C church. So um, soon after college, she moved to LA where she released her debut EP Cathedrals in 2015. And with the support of her friends, she launched a Kickstarter campaign to release her first full length album, which was called Carrie in 2016. And I think on Carrie specifically is when you kind of start to hear her the tone that she carries throughout kind of her career now and really the deep vulnerability that she's known for in her music. But she later moved to Nashville, which is when she released In Defense of My Own Happiness, which was released in two volumes in 2021 and 2022, which was the album that like really put her out there in at least the circles, folk circles, I would say that's kind of the biggest that she has fans in. And so in those albums, she talked specifically about religious trauma, racial justice, their queer identity, and got early nods from kind of the folk Americana music circles and praise from outlets like NPR and Pitchfork. Um, and so by the time Joy got to writing this album, she came out with one more album that I'm totally blanking on the name of in 2023. But this is her fifth studio album. So as she began to work on this, she really was experiencing both the start of critical acclaim, but also the deep exhaustion from touring. She's noted this in a lot of interviews about how that was a source of kind of stress and anxiety for her. In early 2023, she found herself wrestling with burnout and whether she even wanted to continue her music career. Um, those doubts really were the spark of Observations from a Crowded Room. So it was a project that was largely self-produced along with some longtime collaborators. But compared to other records, this was almost largely done all by themselves. So writing and recording in between tours, Joy documented not only her personal struggles with faith, with the industry and mental health, but also a new renewed hope and determination to stay true to herself. So the record was released on October 18th, 2024, so later last year. And it had 15 songs interwoven with three observations, which are the interludes in the album, and they're sprinkled throughout. Musically, it is really kind of rich and all over the place with different sounds. I would say there's acoustic guitars with some kind of like electronic groove throughout. There's intimate piano ballads, and also a certain element of kind of psychedelic sound is kind of how I was trying to pinpoint it, but that's kind of the word that came to mind. Joy, lyrically, Joy really examines kind of the hollow promise of success through her music and through the industry and what's hoped for, as well as comfort and small moments of connection. Really confronting kind of this duality of the highs and lows of her career and what that's brought her. So, um, I would say that's a little bit about the album itself as far as critical reception. So it's differently than a lot of artists that have been reviewed on this podcast. Joy's album is not on like Pitchfork or Metacritic. They're definitely a bit smaller than some of the artists, so they don't have any scores for me to pull from directly, but was kind of hailed by a lot of maybe smaller kind of. I did some deep dives on Reddit forums and kind of smaller magazines, but as their most daring work yet. Some reviewers lauded it as uncompromising honesty, calling it an intimate masterpiece, praising Joy for the way they balanced raw confessions with moments of deep hope. And NPR actually named it as a standout of 2024 for its nuanced exploration of identity and belonging. And I would say in the fan world of their music, they've embraced it as kind of the soundtrack for both self-reflection, but also this element of like communal solidarity in a time when, while this is Joy's speaking to her personal experience, it's also, she's noted a reflection on kind of the deep pain in the world right now that a lot of us are experiencing and how it is something we can all resonate and connect with about the highs and lows of a lot of things that people are experiencing. Um, so yeah, I would say that's kind of the brief overview, and I'm really excited to kind of talk about it, get into it, and different thoughts.
Oh, you did so
Girl,
good.
you're a
Thank
natural.
you,
You did so
thank you.
good.
Look at
Oh,
you.
I started smiling when you said
Pop
things on
girly.
Reddit. I was like, oh, I really appreciated that you took it so seriously and that you really
Mm,
you slayed that. And I learned so
thank
much.
you.
Thank you. Because
Mm,
Alex
Yeah.
sent us an article to read ahead of time just to kind of get the vibe and the perspective where she was coming from. But like a lot of that, like I didn't realize that she was like a child of immigrants. That was really interesting to
mm.
me. I knew the thing about Nashville, and she talks about Nashville in the album as well.
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nashville's mentioned a lot.
Love Nashville.
Um,
Great city.
yeah,
Huge Nashville
haven't
fan.
been
Huge Nashville fan. He
for
doesn't get that
sure.
because he's not
He didn't get it.
you're not there in Drag Race. That's a current Drag Race meme.
Oh yeah, no, not there. Yeah, but maybe one day. We're Alex. Why are you talking to the third person?
Girl, I don't know why you just did that.
I'm for Pop Girlies
He's losing
fans.
it.
Part of me is like they won't know who I am, so I'm like, but anyways,
No, they'll
you
get
should all
it.
know who I am.
Well, the real ones will know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, the
talk
real
about
ones.
you too, don't I? I think I talk
True,
about you on the show.
Yeah.
but they don't know what I sound like.
Do you get like
Oh,
butterflies
right.
when you hear your name mentioned?
Do I what?
Like, do you get like butterflies when like you hear your name mentioned on the show when you're like, oh my God, that's me. I'm
I
getting
don't know
talked
about
about.
butterflies, but I definitely am very flattered, and I
You
definitely feel like I'm
literally
up there.
you literally blush and you like kick your feet. Wow, that's so fun.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, well, I'm excited to get into it. I'm trying to think of who I decided I want to decide who goes first. Um, and we're gonna go with Drew.
He's not
Love
happy.
that.
He's
I
so
really
mad.
didn't want to go first.
Well,
You want to know what I
Okay,
will say
see.
though? This normally is what happens. I'm normally never the person picked to go first. Have you know Maria pretty much always picks you. I've like kept tally on that because every single time I'm like,
He has a tally on his like whiteboard on his fridge.
it's actually just like on the walls. I'm breaking my lease and I'm just writing on the walls.
oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Drew, take it away. Take it
Yeah.
away.
So I've never heard of Miss Oladokun. In fact, like we didn't know how to pronounce her name. And so Levi was before we revealed her last week, we were trying to like get the correct pronunciation. And Levi was like, "How am I gonna remember for the end of the episode? Like a lot of coon, a lot of
Mm.
coon." So I just remembered as a lot of Carrie Coon.
Job.
So a lot of coon.
Yeah. No, that's a good way.
Yeah. So Pop Girlies merch, a lot of Carrie
Oh
Coon.
my God.
Yeah, write
Um,
that one down, fans. Eat that
yeah,
up.
eat that up. Uh, but yeah, I'd never heard of her before. Um, and when Levi said that we were going to do this for the pod, I was really excited because the album cover looks so neat. I don't know if there was like a specific kind of thing, like I don't know if that's her face or
Yeah, do you
like
know the story behind that, Alex?
I um I actually don't know the story behind the album
I
cover.
think
I
it's
really
so
should.
neat, really cool.
I mean, it's very
I'm
striking.
Yeah.
it is their face. So
Okay.
if you look at it from a side angle, I'm 99% sure it's there's other images released and
Yeah, because I
it
saw like the other images because it looks like it's like a sculpture like being sculpted, and like there's like images of like it at various stages in development. Because there's like versions of this where it's like a full face and like detailed.
yeah,
And I
I'm trying to
assumed
see.
that it was Joy, but I wasn't
Oh,
sure.
something. This is an article online that says, as the album cover implies, Joy Oladokun is a work in progress, still molding herself as a person, particularly for her outward
I
facing
love
self as an
that.
artist.
I mean,
It's like,
it's a very striking
Wait, does
image.
Joy use she, her pronouns?
I believe she uses she, they, and
Oh,
or
okay, perfect.
any respectful pronouns.
Okay,
I know
slay.
for
I just
sure
want to make
she and
sure.
they, but I kind of interchange them. So,
Yeah, okay, cool. I just want to make sure I wasn't misgendering. But no, I was really excited to listen to this just from I mean, I know they say don't judge by the cover, but I was judging by the cover, but I was liking the cover. So um yeah, I was really excited and I listened to it traveling from my weekend and I had a really good time. Um yeah, it was I definitely think context was important. Like I wouldn't honestly recommend listening to this like in public, but yeah, it was very very deep, but
Girl, what does that
wait, hold on.
mean?
What does that have to? What does that mean?
'cause it's sad AF.
I mean, it is sad.
Do you mean like without? Why not in public?
Like, because crying, like emotional, is that what you're saying?
Well, you want to like when I'm listening to sad music for the first time, I don't want to like people to like watch me.
Oh, I do.
Oh,
So
okay.
this
I
is
see
where
what you
we
mean.
differ.
Yeah, I love to perform at the gym.
Yeah.
Well, we know that.
Well, you're a performer.
Well, that's true. You are,
But
we
anyways,
all are.
so yeah, I yeah, that's kind of how I felt about kind of listening to it in public. I am gonna be honest, I didn't like connect so much because I mean obviously the first half is obviously I mean all of it, but like specifically the first half I noticed was like a lot about like faith and that sort of thing.
Hmm.
Which is something like I have never been like a religious person, so that's something I couldn't like immediately relate to, but I was immediately struck by her voice. I think her voice is so good. I get a lot of like I hate to be like that, but I did kind of get a lot of her doing some like Lizzie McAlpine-esque, like folksy kind of voice. Like specifically her Lizzie's last album, I kind of thought it was a little similar to that. Um, but I wish I would have had this album for a longer time. Like I wish I would have listened to this more because I think I would have been able to tell the difference in a lot of the songs if I had it for a longer time. I struggled a little bit with specifically like the middle part. I thought kind of blended a little bit together. Um, I just thought that it kind of all sounded a little similar where I wasn't not songs weren't popping out to me, I would say. But then towards the end for me, it really picks back up. And I didn't know the significance of the all capitals. Do you know anything about that? Like how all of the titles are
I
capital
actually
besides
don't.
flowers?
Yeah, I thought
That's a
that was interesting
really
too.
Oh, I actually have no idea. I
Had you
should know
noticed
that
that
as the
before,
host.
Alex?
I noticed all capitals. I literally never noticed that Flowers. I think Flowers, to my knowledge, was released as the first single.
Oh, well,
Oh,
then
okay.
that's
That
even
would
more
make
interesting. Well,
sense.
I wonder. I always kind of when there's like that kind of like lettering when capitalization's involved, I just always kind of wonder like what the artist's intent is
Yeah.
behind it. Like why they have the auto. Well, Maria hates when it's
Yeah.
capitalization.
Maria
She
famously
gets
hates the all
so
caps.
mad. Like when it's like how like Brat is formatted. What was the one album that she hated that we did recently that was like that?
I
I,
don't know.
I don't remember what it was, but
I know we were talking about the Marina album because she did the all caps, right?
yes, because she said that she's like getting screamed at.
Yeah.
Oh.
But no,
She's like, what is anything important anymore?
yes, that's what she's.
Um, but yeah, I guess another thing too, this whole like observations from a crowded room. I think I could I think I could use the observations just in the title and not I didn't think I needed the like kind of improv observations. Like I don't know how we
Mm.
feel about that. But
Like
I was just like, oh,
the interludes.
like
Yeah, I think he's talking about the
yeah.
interludes.
Yeah, the interlude,
Okay.
sorry. But for me, I think there's so much to like connect to with this, which I think is really great. And the production for me comes in specifically in the like last third, so like flowers to the end. That was the huge production highlight for me. I thought it
Mm.
worked really well. It honestly, the production in a lot of ways reminded me of both the Lizzie McAlpine album and the latest Casey. Like I could see some similarities with a couple of the songs.
Oh,
Not the whole sound of Deeper Well, but there are a couple songs where I was like, oh, I was kind of getting a little bit of that with that.
interesting.
Um, but yeah, I'm interested to see kind of what she does next. Like this does very much feel like a debut kind of thing. So I'm interested to see if like she has a moment where she really pops into the mainstream because I think that would be really cool. I'd also really love to hear her do some covers. Like I know you said like she was really into Tracy Chapman. Love to hear
Mhm.
like her do a Tracy Chapman cover or um like
She
any
has a great voice. I think I
yeah.
Yeah.
would love to hear what she sounds like in a lot of different sounds.
Yeah.
I will say so for Pop Girlies fans, I probably should have added this. Her last album, which I don't know why I blanked on it, Proof of Life, was her like mainstream album, you could say. Like she went really big
Oh.
and had some so she had a collaboration with Chris Stapleton on that went huge. It was
Oh.
called Sweet Symphony that I think her voice
Oh,
really shines on.
that was Andrew's first dance song.
Yes, it was
That
his
was his
first
first
dance song
dance
at his
song.
wedding.
Okay, yes.
Oh,
So
Yes.
for Pop
wow.
Girlies listeners, Alex and I's college roommate Andrew got married over the summer, and it was a really beautiful wedding, and we were both there. And yeah, and it was his first dance song. And this was before Alex obviously decided to do the album,
Yeah.
but I knew
I
who
did
she
almost start
was
crying
largely
during that.
because I know that you loved her.
Yeah. And so that
Well,
album was
that's
huge.
awesome.
And she also had a collaboration with Noah Khan the same year.
Oh,
And
okay.
those are
Oh,
so
yeah. She gives
this
very that.
2023 was a
Yeah.
big year. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Noah
but yes,
Khan
I
was
agree.
listening to this was the person I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
totally, yeah.
that kind of
They
like
get
really
connected a lot.
woodsy, like
Yeah.
folk sound, very much, but also like still kind of pop influenced a bit is very
Yeah.
much him.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I'm interested to get into like the tracks individually
Mhm.
when we go over those. But that's kind of like my initial thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exciting.
I'm so happy you brought this up because I literally would have never listened to it.
Yes, I'm very
Yeah.
happy you brought this too.
Yeah.
I
Mm.
am. I think it's a really cool one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, are we ready for me?
Okay, Levi.
Um, yeah, I mean, very, very similar, and I've kind of alluded to it, already on the show, but I knew who Joy was. It's just a name that I'd seen before. And then I knew that Alex loved her. I remember Alex talking about the album last year. And, last year was just really swamped with music releases. And like then we started Pop Girlies. And so then I was listening to like other stuff. And I just never came around to listening to this album. But I knew that it existed and I knew that Alex loved it. And he had a really long list of albums that he was thinking about. Um, it was interesting because some of them were by Pop Grilly's favorite artists. Like one of them was How I'm Feeling Now by Charlie XCX. That was an album that he was
Yeah,
going to
speak
give
it
it.
into existence. It better be on the pod at some point.
I'm sure it will because that's a Charlie
Yeah.
record I love. That honestly, you have also because I initially was a skeptic about that album, and you got me on. You made me see the light.
Hmm.
Um, you talked about doing Ray. You just had some
Oh, right.
interesting picks because they're very different from what else we have in store this month. And I
Yeah.
think it's cool that we're starting this off with an artist that I think is going to be new for a lot of people. Um,
Yeah.
an artist that's new for the resident pop girlies. What I like about this is I'm not sure that this is a type of music that me or Drew or Maria would necessarily go for, like, and pick as a project. I think maybe the closest would be Hozier, because Maria's a noted Hozier fan and we've done his first album,
Yeah.
but that's a different kind of, that's, I think, the closest to maybe Joy and her sound, but it's still very, very different. Like, I couldn't
Hmm.
see any of us, not because I have any beef with him, but I just couldn't see us doing like a Noah Khan record. I actually like Noah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have beef with him. Um, I don't think
I
Maria.
think Maria
I
has beef
think
with
Maria
him.
has beef with him. I'm
Oh,
pretty
really?
sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Maria really does not like him.
Oh,
Um,
better watch out, Noah Khan.
yeah, girl,
So I
season
don't
of
think
the
we'll be doing
six,
him, but
season of the Me's.
Mm.
But anyways, so I just don't know if we would have any of us would have picked this kind of like folky singer-songwriter type of sound. And so I think
Yeah.
it's a good thing to talk about. I'm always in favor of us exploring new genres, because pop is such an umbrella term and like
Hmm.
sometimes people ask me like when I'm telling them what we're doing on the show, they're like, "Oh, is that really a pop album? I thought you guys were a pop show." And it's like it's what it's called, but pop music is just popular music. And like, yes, now it has a sound of like what we expect when we think of pop music, but pop music really can be anything. I mean, as we've seen, like trends in pop music change, and I definitely think a trend in the 2020s has been this kind of resurgence of this acoustic driven folky sound.
Yeah. Hmm.
So anyways, that's all to say. I'm happy that we're
well,
doing
and anything on Pop Girlies will then just be popular
because it's
music.
mainstream. Because we make the
Yeah,
main, we're a culture center.
Yes, exactly.
We
Yeah.
yeah.
create the culture. So yes, I first just want to say I really respect anybody who is the main driver behind production and writing because that is so difficult. It's hard to write a song, let alone produce a song. I mean, this is something we talked about last week with Hounds of Love. Like that sense of authorship that comes and like authority that comes when an artist is really the main driving force and doesn't really have any collaborators or maybe just a few. Um, I love that. Those are my favorite kind of artists, the ones who are really very much in creative control. And I definitely got the vibe. I mean, I obviously knew that, they were the person who was credited as the writer and producer,
Yeah.
but you just get that vibe from the music. I think this music feels
Hmm.
very authentic, feels very, very authentic to them and her experience and what she's bringing to the table. I think that she knows who her audience is really, really well. I think that like this is the kind of music that would absolutely appeal. I just was doing some research and I saw that she opened for John Mayer, who,
Hmm.
Oh, no way.
which,
Yeah.
as a
I know.
Swiftie, I have to stand my ground, but I will say that's a big get for them. And again,
Hmm.
I think also like this exists in that world as well, like that musical world. So I think
Yeah.
there's a big audience for
Oh,
this.
she should
Um,
do like a cover of Slow Burning in a, or what's that song? Slow Dancing in a
Oh, slow dancing in the
room.
burning room. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
that'd
know
be
that song.
good.
Is that John
Oh,
Mayer song?
Really?
yeah.
Ooh,
It's
that's
like his most
probably
popular
top.
song.
More Than Your
Oh,
Body's
well, I don't know about
Wonderland.
that.
Yeah.
Girl, Your
It's
Body
up
is
there, but
Wonderland is I know that song. That
Your
has to
body is
be.
what I know.
also, I feel like there's so many other more famous John Mayer songs, but that is probably my favorite song.
Well, most famous John Mayer song to me is
So,
the Taylor collab. Half of my
oh,
heart's got a grip.
Well, that,
This is
well, you know what
it.
mine is?
What? The
The
Katie
Katie
song?
collab.
oh God.
Do you know either of these songs, Alex?
I know the Katie collab, isn't it? Love is love or
Who
something.
you love,
You don't
Who
know
you
the
who
love?
Taylor
you love.
collab?
No, I don't know the Taylor.
That was when they were
I'll add it to my
dating.
list. Oh God.
Half of
Half of
my
my heart.
That song actually is really good.
That song could have been in the Princess Diaries, and that's T.
What are you talking
Well,
about?
I'll listen
Half
to
of
it.
my heart.
Just like thematically?
Yeah, to me that song is so Princess Diaries.
Huh.
Randomest poll ever, but work. Anyways, I think that it's really cool hearing this kind of folk music from somebody that looks like her, somebody that has this
Mhm.
perspective. I really appreciate, I mean, first of all, like the way that like modern folk music works, I think in the larger cultural sense, it seems like a very white centered genre. And so
Mhm.
I think it's really, really cool that somebody who's the child of Nigerian immigrants is finding success in that genre. Like that's incredible. And again, kind of going back to that authenticity, hearing her talk about their struggles with faith. I mean, that's something that I can definitely relate to. That's actually a big founding pillar of Alex and I's friendship. We both
Mhm.
went through the same situation, actually. We had this very traumatic experience that kind of trauma bonded us together at
Little bit.
at the very beginning of our friendship. So, I know that like when I was listening to this, I was like, I totally get why Alex resonates because I'm resonating with things that she's bringing up. I think the thing I'm latching onto the most, not surprisingly, I think they're a really great lyricist. I really loved their lyrical voice and perspective. I thought that kind of I was always a little surprised by like the choices that they made. Like when they would say something, I'd be like, "Oh, she's probably going to rhyme this word with that." So that's kind of a game I play when I'm listening to an album for the
Mhm.
first time. And a lot of times it was wrong. Like didn't really go where I expected, which I always really like. I think that she does a really good job with imagery on this record and specific details. I'll get kind of into more examples of that in my Holy Trinity. I love this like kind of like recurring circular bird imagery because
Yeah.
the first song is talking about the blackbird and then the birds come up again when she's kind of like leaving and
Mhm.
she's making this change and I love stuff like that. I love callbacks. That feels like a really intentional through line. She has a great voice. She has a very unique voice. It's very distinct. It's very warm and homey and comfortable. I love the hint of rasp in it. It's has so much heart. It has so much soul and sincerity. I feel like it's just the kind of voice that really makes you smile. And again, it kind of
Mm.
goes back to that authenticity thing. For me, I think where I get a bit lost on this record is I'm not a fan of the production.
Mm.
I think that more could have been done to make it a bit more interesting. A first example of that is I don't think I like the way that this is mixed because when I was I have nice headphones. That's something I invested in because I care about, really getting the highest quality of listening experience I can. And so I know that I have really nice headphones that pick up stuff. And when I was listening to this record, I would like I'm like, I can swear I hear something like interesting going like an interesting guitar riff or like maybe like a weird kind of like synthy thing or something happening. But there's like this like muted kind of texture over everything where like I didn't really get hints of any of those interesting textures. And so instead of creating a sonic landscape that felt like it had a lot of feeling to it that and felt tangible, that's something that I think Maria always brings up is like when something feels tangible and like you can feel it. I
Mm.
love music like that, especially with guitars. Like I love hearing like a guitar lick or I love hearing the way that like a strum sounds. This seemed really smoothed over and kind of everything was on the similar level. So I didn't really connect with that. And I didn't think that there were a lot of like interesting or adventurous choices made sonically. Not every album has to have that. Um, and I don't think that was what she was going for. I do think that could have elevated this, at least in my opinion. Because similar to Drew, because I listened a few times and there are moments to me that kind of blend together a bit. And I think part of that for me, because she's telling really beautiful stories and has really lovely imagery, and her vocal performances across the record are great. I think what is lacking for me is some kind of like production standout, something that elevates these songs, makes them a bit more distinct. I think that production is something you can really lean on when you have a super cohesive album like this sonically, because of course, like it's kind of a double-edged sword. You want a sonically cohesive album, so it sounds like it's all of one piece, but then you can run the risk of it all sounding the same. And production is a really like good way to kind of differentiate that. I mean, this is like such a stupid example, but the first thing that popped in my mind as an example of this, for me, and it's a completely different kind of album, is Midnights by Taylor. I think that like original standard track list is very, very cohesive and it has a specific sound, but I think that they make production decisions on that record on each song that like differentiate them from each other. So like I'm thinking about like on Labyrinth, that like weird like kind of like sample and then like the voice
Mhm.
manipulation, or I'm thinking about on like Maroon, there's this like droning synth sound, or like the kind of like crystally arpeggio synth line on Bejeweled.
Girl, you
Just
using that arpeggio.
I love the
Okay.
arpeggio. But just stuff like that. Like I would have liked if like maybe like
Mm.
there was like songs with like maybe more interesting like rhythmic patterns, or some kind of like variety in the kinds of guitars that we were hearing, or just stuff like that. I think she is super talented, and I think that there is absolutely an audience for her, and I hope that she continues to grow her audience and experiment in sounds. And yeah, I'd be really interested to kind of hear what they do next. I would love like I think maybe some more experimentation on the next record. Um, and I don't know if that's their thing. Like total it's their music. I mean, if they want to just, really hone in on the sound that they love and feels right to them, that's great because I think there's an audience for this. I don't know if I'm necessarily like the target audience, but I really appreciated this. I think that there are some lovely lyrical moments and some really lovely vocal moments. And yeah, I think it's absolutely worth listening to.
Awesome.
Another thing that I
Thank
was
you,
gonna
Tina.
add that I thought was really funny is I was listening to the music and I used Apple Music and I was scrolling down to see like what playlists they put it on. And there was one for like skincare and like washing, like they made a playlist for like washing your face. And
What
like
song was on that one?
Yeah, what
I
song?
didn't look to see what song, but I was like, this album appears on.
Well, girl, do your
Uh,
research.
Well, I'll look
on
now.
Spotify?
No,
No, on
Apple
Apple.
Music.
It's under the
Oh.
skincare routine. Um,
What
Hmm.
is that? There's a skincare routine playlist.
yeah,
Hmm.
girl. It's the song Am I is on it.
Oh, yeah. What? What? Okay.
So tonight when I'm washing my
Wash your
face.
face. Okay.
But also they put like Oscar-winning Tears by Ray on it.
Well,
Another
that's
Alex thing.
I mean, that's a very
yeah,
Alex
that's
song, but
very
I don't know if that's giving skincare to me.
Breathe by Taylor is on it.
Well, that's I mean, that's the health industry.
Yeah.
Okay, Alex,
Willow.
okay.
get into your. Before we
Yeah.
just talk about
Oh my
skincare,
God,
please
that's
tell us your
skincare
thoughts
industry.
about your observations.
Yes. So it was really fun hearing all your thoughts. I feel like I got into like a little bit of my thoughts on the album when I talked. So, I mean, I won't belabor any points that I got into maybe about Joy overall, but I guess a helpful context is like as Levi noted, um, Levi and I did meet originally through a church who shall not be mentioned. And faith is a part of my story. And so I think also as a queer person, didn't know, gay.
You have a really masked voice, so I don't think
Thanks.
people
I
would
get that a
have gotten
lot.
that. You are
Um,
kind of masking it up right now a little bit.
yeah, I don't know if I'm masking it up right now,
Well,
but
and and then before this we were like, Alex, are you wearing a full beat?
yeah, literally.
And now
Yeah,
you're
My skin
masking it
skin's so
Alex's
up.
good.
skin is good. He's literally never looked this good his entire life. Your skin looks like you literally look
Thank you.
porcelain.
Yeah, the
Thank
skin is
You
you.
skinning.
look amazing right now.
And then he was
It was
like,
so funny
yeah, my
because
skin isn't looking that good right now. I'm like,
well,
shut
it's I'm
up.
just
There's
breaking out
literally
on my
no
neck a little
flaw on
bit.
it, Alex.
There's literally not, I don't see pores.
No,
My neck is
it's
breaking out.
smooth. You're face tuned.
Well, Asian don't raisin.
Well, okay, I we can't respond to that.
Yeah.
So
Well, okay. Well,
Wait,
continue.
so do you want to share your skincare routine
No,
or
he needs
like,
to talk
oh,
about the album.
it's genetics.
oh,
But anyways, so yeah, my experience as like a queer person of faith and also as like a person of color, you know, re Asian don't raise in common, you know. So anyways, I have related, I think, to some thematic things that Joy speaks about in their music, obviously not coming from the same lived experience in any way, but I think that is part of the reason that I connect with their music deeply. Levi and I have had conversations often about like what we connect to in music, and I think generally I am a sonic person, and Levi goes to lyrics first often, and I go to sound, and so like there could be album that I'm like I could care less what you're saying, but this sounds really good, so I'm gonna listen to it. Or sometimes maybe I look over lyrics, but I think for Joy specifically, it is like lyric heavy in what I connect to. I think specifically the songs about faith and like I think Questions, Chaos, and Faith is like, you know, a wild song to me. But yeah, I think lyrically is what stands out for me. I think that it's so interesting because I really think, and maybe this is because I listen to more of their music, I think this is the album that is the most genre bending, that crosses over the most to different sounds.
Mm.
So
I mean,
it
I
was
definitely
interesting.
got that. I definitely get like the genre touch points. Like I feel like Hollywood to me feels like a bit like of like a
Yeah,
hip hop moment. I think No
yeah,
Country kind of reminds me of like old
yeah,
westerny kind of stuff. Like
yeah,
I get that completely.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I also like
Um,
the kind of like there's moments that there's like spiritual, like it sounds like kind of like gospel
mhm,
inspired, or like there's
yeah,
like some like kind of spiritual choir singing in the background that I really
mhm.
appreciated.
Yeah, she does several samples of that. I think it was at the start of Questions and Chaos and Faith. Um, I looked it up. It was a specific intro from a Polynesian indigenous tribe. So it actually, I was like wondering if it had connections to her like Nigerian roots. It didn't. She just thought it sounded really cool. So
Gag it.
gag
dang
it.
it. But yeah, I think the differentiation in sound for me, the middle actually was the part that stood out the most sonically. And so, you know, what stands out to people is different. But um, yeah, I think other than it's an album that connects deeply with me, and so I think that that is part of what makes it so special for me. I think I can get into it my top three about the specific songs because I think that's more of like my specific reflections of the highlights. But I had a very visceral reaction like listening to this album for the first time, specifically like the first song. I was like, whoa! I kind of felt like I was transported into um a listening experience with her like along the ride, and I feel like it's hard for an album for me to do that, and have an artist bring you along with that, and I don't it's hard for me to like put words to why that is, but um that was kind of the feeling I got, and so I I don't want to like talk in circles because I don't really have much else to add on top of that, other than my specific songs. So
Yay.
yeah,
Okay.
but I really love
Yay.
this album, and I am excited to get to bring it to people and expose
Well,
people
yeah,
to
it's
a new
going number
artist.
one.
Yeah, it's gonna be number one on the
I don't
Billboard.
know about
Sorry,
that, but
Renee.
Yeah, sorry, Renee. You're over. Renee
oh,
crap.
did Renee go on?
No, she's actually, I saw
No.
she's supposed to debut at number three.
Ooh.
I was gonna say,
She
I
went
feel like
number
I
one in
never
the
heard
UK
that.
though, or at least
Did
was,
she
or at
really?
least she was planning. Let me make sure. I don't know if
Okay.
it got official, but I saw a headline that she was aiming for it. Let me. That was a disappointment for Drew. I got the text message.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Did you listen to it,
Yeah.
Alex?
Yeah, it didn't do what it wanted to do for me.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. There were standouts for me,
No,
but
it
it
was
wasn't
bad.
Oh,
oh.
Sorry.
Well,
No,
on that
sorry. It got
note,
really bad.
Drew, do you want
Um,
to get into your top three?
sure. I'm very nervous.
so do you want to do
You
top
should
threes
be.
first and then me's?
Or do you
Yeah,
want to do me's first?
me's first, actually.
Okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
thank you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Drew, you're me.
Mm,
You should be scared.
I have an answer. My answer is drugs.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to
I'll
expand
I'll
on that?
I'll yeah,
It
I'll take
just
that. Yeah.
like it like was really a turning point where I was like, okay, like I don't think like um yeah, I don't connect to it, but then I also like wasn't loving the sound of it or like and I wasn't vibing so much with the lyrics of it.
That's fair.
Well, mine is also drugs.
Okay, thank God.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, mine's also drugs. This song to me is kind of emblematic of like my least favorite tendencies on the record. There's this like twee kind of like peppy energy to this song that I don't really think connects or juxtaposes with the lyrical content. Um,
I
there's
totally
like
see that.
there's like a jingle-esque quality to the
Hmm.
melody too that I'm just kind of like,
Yeah.
it's just not my favorite because I think there's first of all, what she's talking about like is something of substance, and there's so much
Hmm.
substance on the record, but like this feels like a light moment, but like it doesn't really land as one because it's talking about something that's dark, but then it like
Yeah.
feels like it's like Pharrell Williams campfire sing along. So
Hmm.
it just doesn't work to me.
Well, and it's hard to because the songs that it follows are so they're the same lyrically, but they're different in production. They
They
are
don't have that
they
like peppiness or
they
that
lean
like
into the
surfiness.
seriousness of
Yeah.
Hmm.
the nature of the lyrics. Yeah.
Okay, Alex, I want to know what you
Um,
have.
yeah.
So that was also one of my bottoms, but I kind of had a feeling like that would be chosen, so I chose a different one. I feel like there are a few that kind of hang lower for me. Mine was Am I, which I'm a little scared because I think that's one of Levi's favorites.
Oh.
He may have
It
sent
was
me a
one I
lyric from
really
that.
liked. It's not in my top three, but it
Okay.
was one that I really liked a lot of lyrics on that.
Yeah, I like that one.
So, so I think the reason is one major reason is I just don't go back to it. I listen to this album a lot, and there's very few songs I skip, and that's one I skip some of the time.
Oh
And so that
wow.
kind of just it was a gut decision a little bit. It doesn't feel like a fully formed like I felt like lyrically it there was sorry, I'm gonna pull up the lyrics. Um but I felt like a part that didn't feel fully developed for me lyrically, and I think I struggled with um I know Levi liked a specific lyric. It just didn't feel like it was like landing with me. Sound also wasn't my favorite. So I'll just leave it at that. But I didn't dislike it, but it just wasn't my favorite. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So drugs, and am I?
Am I drugs?
Am I drugs?
Drugs am I drugs? Yeah. Okay.
So now Holy Trinities.
Top
Holy
three?
Trinity.
Holy
Okay.
Trinities.
I mean, we're keeping the same order.
He hates
Really
going
scared.
first. He hates going
I'm
first.
Someone
so
else go
scared.
first?
Well,
Here,
it's all
Levi.
no, no, it's
You
fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Girl, we have to keep the order.
Um,
We've established the order.
yeah, we've
okay.
established an order. Okay, my number three is good enough. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like that one, and I love I was talking about how like the last third I really like. And that one I think she sounds so pretty, and I really like the melody and the production of it. Yeah, so I really like that one. My number two is Am I? Yeah, I just really like it. I think Letter from a Blackbird is so strong as an opener too. And I think Am I was the perfect track to follow
I
and
agree
kind
with
of
that.
like, yeah, I maybe if it were placed in a different spot or maybe if I were listening on shuffle, it would be different, but I thought it was really, really strong. Um, and then my number one is Flowers. I
Mm.
really liked
Mm.
Flowers.
Yeah.
Okay,
I love
I'm
it.
not publicly
No, that was
shamed.
good. That was good.
Okay.
No
Um,
crossover.
No, yeah,
like
there's no crossover for me
I
either.
feel like
Really?
a
Oh.
weight has been like lifted off of my shoulders
Well,
that
now you
Alex
know
is.
how we feel every time we do an album that you pick. Literally.
Well,
Teenage Dream. I've never been as scared in my life as I was when I logged on to the Teenage Dream Zoom.
Well, I mean, come on. That's the pop Bible.
Not my Bible. Not in my world. Not in the world I'm living in.
You don't want to see that peacock?
I no. Uh-uh.
She sang it on Sunday.
I'm sure she did.
Someone asked her to sing Peacock. She goes, "No, I can't sing the full thing because I have a daughter." But then she started singing some of it.
As long as she's
Just
not
a
singing some
cappella.
143.
Oh.
Okay.
Anyways,
So
we're not
let's
going to go down this rabbit hole. Yeah. Nope.
Pop Girly
Nope.
Peace for all.
Yeah.
So
Levi.
my
Top
number
three.
three is Questions, Chaos, and Faith, which is one that we talked about earlier.
Mhm.
That was like, yes, there was that lyrical moments I really liked in MI, but then Questions, Chaos, and Faith was kind of the first one that I like really connected with. I loved the first verse lyrically when she talks about that their friend Casey died, but they
Mhm.
couldn't drive home for the funeral. And then this like thing that kind of broke my heart, like believing in heaven still, and then like thinking that that meant that like she wasn't going to see her friend again because she was going to go to hell for being queer. Like that, it just was
Mhm.
very, very emotional. I thought that was a lovely moment. My number two is Dust Divinity. This
Mhm.
is a moment that I feel like feels different from the rest in a good way. It has a different like percussion element. There's kind of a darker feel that I really liked. And again, I really relate to the lyrical content. I relate to the concept of wrestling with your faith. And then my number one is it's funny that it's this because I have a deathly fear of birds, but it's I'd Miss the Birds. Um, I
Oh.
think I'd Miss the Birds
Oh.
has lovely classic songwriting, storytelling songwriting. It has my favorite melody on the whole thing. There are some like moments on the album that the melodies feel a bit too sing-songy for me, and this like the melodies are elongated in a way that like kind of gives the lyrics a bit more room to breathe. I think it's pretty like elegantly crafted. I love the kind of metaphor that she's using. I love the imagery that she's talking about. Yeah, it's I think it's for me it was an easy pick. The second I heard the song, I was like, okay, because I was keeping a list of like songs that could be potential Holy Trinities. And the second I heard this one, I was like, okay, well, now it's just finding number two and three because this was my easy,
Mm.
immediate number one.
That was my number four.
Yeah,
Like it was close
I
to
think it's
breaking mine.
and I think it comes in at a great moment in the record. Like it's a great
Mm.
kind of like way to ease us into the ending.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm
Oh.
excited to hear what you have to say now.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
Joy
excited.
expert.
So, yeah, some of my favorite Joy songs are I'd be hearing kind of the ones you guys are interested in. I'd have to like send a few because they're like some of other Joy songs that I would recommend. But my number three is The Closer Goodbye. Um, I think that kind of what Levi noted, like I think Joy does an incredible job of like telling a story, and I think this the bird metaphor and kind of the imagery being created about it's the song is saying goodbye, but it's not really about ending. It's about transitioning. It's kind of like like a rebirth, a moving on in a new way. And so the final refrain is, "I won't fear what's coming next." I think gives this glimmer of hope in a really tough time of uncertainty. And I think it sonically just was really beautiful. And so, um, my number three was that. My number two is Questions, Chaos, and Faith. Um, So, yeah, the song is a tribute to, I know you mentioned this, Levi, but to Casey, who's actually Joy's childhood best friend and died from an overdose
Oh God, that's
when they
horrible.
were young.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so Joy was
God, that makes it
actually
even
in,
sadder, the whole thing that she's singing about.
Oh.
God.
yeah, yeah. And so
Yeah, and
Joy was
y'all want to
actually in,
listen to this in an airport?
Drew, you listen to sad music all the time. Well, I don't know why you're acting like Miss Happy Bat because that's just not the
Oh.
case.
yeah, and so she was in seminary at the time, Joy. And so when she went back, she was told by people she was in seminary with and at her church that um, her friend was going to hell because that's how she died. And
Oh,
So
oh
I
my
think that is this
God.
tension between like a lost friend and her wrestling. This was like while she was still in seminary, like Bible school. The core question, like if heaven exists, like Casey has to be there, and nothing is certain, everything's changed. We're spirit and bone marching to the grave. I think it's just like, yeah, incredible imagery. And then my number one is actually the opener, Letters from a
Mm.
Blackbird.
Yeah, that one's good.
It is it's top Joy for me, up top three. And I think that something about, and this is kind of like, it's like, I see it in a similar world as Clear Blue by Lord. This like the isolated vocals and kind of the
Mm.
what the modified vocals. I don't know what you call that. Um,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like,
Yes, well, because I it didn't sound like there's vocoder on this. I think there's
yeah,
vocoder use on Clear Blue.
yes,
Um,
for sure.
but yes, it's the isolated vocals and the kind of more
Yeah.
fragmented background.
And yeah, it felt like a powerful way to open it up. And the lyrics, I think, are just what kind of stand out to me, other
Yeah.
than just that. I think that it's just the whole first part. Sometimes I'll just read it. Sometimes I think I get lost and drowned out in the river. No one in this town would cry. They just breathe sighs of relief. I just was like, Lord,
Yeah,
that
very
is
sad.
crazy.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, no more words. That just it's the beautiful song that stood out to me, and that's it's that this pain and vulnerability that Joy brings to their music is what keeps me around and I think makes me such a fan of their music. So,
Yeah. That's
Yay! We
awesome.
did it.
yeah,
Well, not yet.
thank you.
We
We have
still have.
to bring out the utensils.
Okay. Well, first, we're gonna switch the order up so Drew doesn't have to go first because I'm feeling kind and charitable. And I'm in control of the spreadsheet. So I think that we should have our special guest go first.
Yes.
Oh,
You get us started, and I'll go
okay.
second, and then you can go third. And so for Pop Girlies listeners who are maybe joining us for the first time, first of all, why the fuck haven't you been
To
listening?
listen to me.
Second of
Yeah.
all, um,
Wait,
we
Alex, what's your favorite episode? What should the
yeah. What's
pop
your
girl?
favorite minute mark? What's your favorite joke that we've ever said?
I don't know. Levi would know. I send like audio
Well,
grabs of
Well,
because
I just asked that.
let me expose you real quick. Because what Alex does is because he listens in what 1.5 speed.
okay. I listen at 1.5 speed. I some of these get a little long, and I will make a call out to a certain episode, not to start the 143 beef, but over 2 hours, I was like, too
Yeah.
long. So I listen at 1.3 speed, which makes Levi
Sound
sound
crazy.
crazy.
Yes, he always sends me. Oh my God, there's this one audio you sent me from the Tortured Poets episode when I'm talking about like, I'm like, who's afraid of little me? You should be. You should be. You should be. And like, I'm like, kind of sound a little like higher pitched. I'm like, who's afraid of me? Who's
A
afraid of me?
little.
Because you should be. You should be. You should be. And I sound like a crazy person. I sound like I'm escaped
Hmm.
from
Uh,
asylum,
Hmm.
which, well, see Dance Fever. Anyways, for those of
Yeah.
well,
you
I just
who
asked him that because in case any Alex Oishi stands who are listening for the first time.
oh, yes. What would you recommend? Do you
Yeah.
have an episode that you'd recommend, Alex?
I was looking through my scores to try to figure out. I think
So he also scores the episode as a whole.
no, 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 my scores. Just because I that helps me jog my memory. Um, I really think that in not to stroke Levi's ego, but specifically the Madonna albums that Levi does have some incredible like history on her as an artist, and
Yes.
I've learned so much. The American Life episode. It's
Oh, that's Maria's gonna
Oh,
gag when you
that's
say
tea.
that. That's so
Yeah, so
good.
it's not my favorite Madonna record by any means, no hate, um,
You just don't
Oh,
get it.
only
wow.
love, but it was probably the episode I learned the most and found it so interesting. And yeah, so
Aw,
American Life.
thank you,
Well,
Alex.
Yeah.
Levi famously got chills just writing it.
Yeah, I did. I did start crying when I was writing the script.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna start
Okay.
this off. We're gonna break out the utensil drawer. Alex, would you like to share what your utensil is?
My utensil is gonna be a spork.
Alex Spork.
Yeah.
Alex Bork, what do you give this?
My score, and just to give Pop Girlies a caveat. Well, I don't need to give a caveat.
You're a tough scorer. You're
I'm a tough scorer. I don't give anything a 10. Well,
Alex is
nothing I've
also,
ever
I
listened
would say
to.
Alex is tougher than Maria because Maria is definitely the toughest scorer of the resident pop girlies, and then Drew, and then I'm the easiest to please.
Yeah.
You're a really hard scorer.
Yeah. No album has ever been a 10 for me. I'll put that out there. And
Oh,
I was trying to, I wanted to bring an album that was a 10, and I was like, there is no album that I've listened to that I'm like, I wouldn't change anything about. So with that caveat,
oh,
That's
I'm
so
gonna give this
sweet.
album a
I love it.
9.4.
9.4. Wow.
okay.
That's a lot for you because you don't even give a lot
Well,
of things nines.
No, Brat, which was my top album of last year, got a 9.5 for me.
what is like your favorite album of all time?
Ooh, favorite album of all time. I don't, so a project I
Like,
did
do
during
or
COVID
do you not
was,
really think of it in that way?
so it's really interesting. I did not listen to full records really until Pop Girlies. Like I've talked to Levi about this, that like this podcast has like made me listen to music in a new way, and like I now listen to full bodies of work instead of just like songs, and that was never a thing. So I don't know if I have a favorite album. I have favorite songs. So I have a
Yeah.
playlist on Spotify that is like I update constantly, and it has all my favorite songs on it. But none of them are from the same album, so I don't know what I would say to that.
Okay, yeah. Well, I was just wondering.
Pop girlies is
Yeah.
changing lives.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Um, but my favorite song is The Joke by Brandy Carlisle, so I'll put that into existence
Oh, wow.
just to promo.
That's a great song.
Yep.
Okay,
But yeah, 9.4.
9.4. So I am Levi Knife. I am gonna go lower than that. It's not a 9.4 for me. Oh, there's a gun.
Oh,
Uh,
Levi's always talking about a gun on this podcast.
no, I'm a pacifist now. I haven't incited violence in at least 5 episodes. Um, I'm gonna give this. Yeah, I can't. I've really been wrestling with this actually. It's been hard for me. I'm gonna go in. I think that I really respect her as an artist, and I think that they're very talented. I think that this album, I don't think is just really tailored for somebody with my kind of specific musical taste. Um, and there's like things fundamentally that I would change about it, but I also think it's a worthwhile listen. And so to me, that kind of like comes out at 7.5. And Alex, I don't want to hear
Okay.
nothing from you because
No.
you have given things that I think are higher or lower than that.
Yeah.
I think that is a very
No,
fair score.
that's a very fair score.
Again, Drew, this is how we feel with you. We
No,
should like
that's a fair
start posting
score.
the videos. Like you can see like me and Maria being like, "Oh my God, what are we gonna do?"
Yeah, I can
What
And
feel
I
about how
the
just
good
Maria
like,
tension
felt in
sometimes
Tortured
listening.
Poets? Because Maria was really scared in Tortured Poets as well. Do you remember that when she said when
when
she
she when Florida was her me, she goes, track 8.
yeah, she didn't want to say the name. Okay, Drew, what are you doing?
We love you, Maria,
We
also.
do love you, Maria.
I'm gonna go in at I'm also in the 7 range. I think I'm gonna go into 7.3 because it's higher than like just a straight 7 for me. And obviously like I think like it can't be obviously lower than a 7 because their music is so important and they're like isn't a song where I was like that is bad. Like I
Yes.
there wasn't anything that I was like this is awful. But there was just like I think just comparing it to how I normally rate things, I think that's where I would land.
Hmm.
Well, so then that we have a 9.4, a 7.5, and a 7.3. And so that gives us an average score of 8.06. That's a great score.
I'll
That's a
take
really
That's a
that.
great score.
no, I mean there's a lot of heavy hitters that are lower than that. Let's just say that. We've
Yeah.
had a lot lower. So great job, Joy, on your Pop Shirley's debut. And more importantly, good job to
Oh,
Alex. Everybody give it
Thank
all
up.
the
you.
applause. Y'all
Alex,
listeners better be standing up.
Should we plug your
yeah,
Instagram?
better be
Tell
jumping.
Yes.
people
Oh my
tell people
God.
where they can find you.
If you want them to find you.
Oh, well, if you know me, follow me on Instagram. And if you
Okay.
don't know me, I probably won't let you follow me.
Oh
But you can
shit.
add, well, my Instagram is for people I know. So,
Oh,
He's very
yeah,
particular. Are you
shit.
yeah.
are you a follower, Drew?
Of my
Yeah.
Instagram? Yes.
Well, see, I'm that's what I'm saying that you should be like you should take it as a compliment that he let you in. He doesn't open those doors for just anybody.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, if you know me and or are a
Does he let
suitable
pop
su
girlies
or a
follow?
suitable suitor for me.
Yes, Pop. Oh God, did you hear what he just said?
What?
He said, if you know me or if you're a possible suitor.
Oh.
Good Lord.
Well, I don't know if the pop girlies are.
I don't know. Maybe one of our European listeners is like a man in his 40s who wants to wine and dine you. I don't know.
Yeah, do you have a type? Should we
Older.
plug your type on pop girlies?
No comment.
I mean,
Oh.
exactly what I just said.
I mean,
Hot
geez, we're
people.
trying
Hot
to get you
people.
a suitor and then you don't even.
Listener, okay, we have
No.
a few. We have a Denmark, we have a Germany, we have a Sweden. Any of
Yeah, we
you,
have China.
if you,
Yeah.
China.
I mean, anyone. We have people from, we've
I
actually,
don't. Do we have any Australian? Like, I'm
we've
thinking.
hit all continents. Yeah. At least one download in every continent.
Wow.
I just saw
So you can
China. I
find
just saw
me.
Thailand.
We're
And
kind
I
of big in
just
Brazil.
saw India. We are big in Brazil.
Yeah, Pop Curly's Brazil updates. We're kind of big.
I'm trying to think
Well,
what
you can
other
find me on
countries.
Instagram at Alex Oishi. So,
There you go.
and
Yay, Alex.
maybe,
Whoa.
You're so good.
Way to be vulnerable.
Thank you so much for
thank you.
coming.
Yes.
Yes,
I'm very
this is
happy
such a
to have
joy.
public
Did you get
platform to
that?
just tell you how much I love you and how appreciative I am
Oh,
of you. And you've just been very supportive of the podcast. And it means a lot to me. And I know it means a lot to Maria and Drew as well. So we love you
Yes.
and thank you so much for being here.
yes. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. So it was,
Oh,
yeah, so fun to do
And we made
this.
some observations and the room was crowded.
It was
the room
very
was
crowded.
crowded.
Well, real quick before we go, we're gonna let you know what we're doing next week. So we are having a good friend of Drew and I. Um, I don't think Maria's ever met this person. Um, I think they know who each other is, but
Yeah.
a really good friend of Drew and I from college is gonna come in, and that person is our dear friend Irene Phillips, and
Woo!
we are going back in time because I've been hearing that there are some rumors flying around. We're doing Rumors by
Ooh.
Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah. I mean, it's like
Oh,
we're talking about
yeah,
classic music.
yeah,
This
that's
is a
good.
place for
Like it's a
legends.
place for legends. Like
Yeah.
now there you go
Wait,
again
Alex,
saying
do you
walk
know
with freedom.
Irene?
We've met like
Oh, okay.
I think Levi, we have to have met at
Yeah, you guys
something.
probably there's probably been some moment. I mean, you
Like I
definitely know
know
who
who
she
Irene
is.
is.
Yeah.
Great voice.
Great voice. She's an amazing singer.
Oh,
Great
she's a
voice.
singer.
Yeah, she's an amazing
Yes.
singer. Maybe we'll make her sing a cover on the show.
Yeah,
Oh,
do that. Make her
we
sing her hot
must.
track.
Yeah, we'll make her sing her.
Oh,
Wait,
did you get that, Irene?
yeah, Irene. Irene also is she's a true warrior because she listens like right first thing in the morning on Wednesdays when she's at the gym.
Mm.
She
Oh,
probably listens before you do, Alex, because you don't
yeah,
always
probably.
sometimes get
I
right
don't listen while
away
I
to
work
it.
out.
Yeah. So, you know,
Are you gonna listen to
Okay.
this episode?
No.
yeah,
I I when I hear myself talk, I do want to kill myself. So
that's fair.
Oh, yeah, that's
That's
yeah,
fair.
fair.
can I say that on the podcast? No, I don't condone that. I don't condone that.
Oh, well, yeah, yeah, we don't condone that.
Girl, we obviously
Re
don't condone that.
re Dance Fever.
Read Dance Fever. Dance Fever, the video that got disliked on YouTube. Did you know that, Alex?
No.
Do you remember what I talked about in the Dance Fever episode?
Yes, I do. That person is me.
Yeah, it got disliked.
It was our first
It was
dislike.
her first dislike.
Oh God.
I
And if
kind of
that was you,
Wow.
yeah, if that was
drug it
you,
out.
you meet me outside. How about that? I mean, let's really go there. Okay.
Lord.
Well, I gotta go write a letter to a blackbird.
Oh,
Oh,
well, I'm gonna go say goodbye.
we're gonna go, am I?
Oh.
Girl, that was rotted. That was take two. Fire up the cameras.
I
You
don't
got
know any of the other songs. To gotta go pick some flowers.
okay. There we go. Oh
I gotta
my
go do some
God.
drugs.
Uh,
Do some drugs.
oh God.
Maybe
Well,
Am
a
I?
slide.
bye.
Bye,
Bye.
Shanti.